My precious child, I am urgently calling you out here to hear these words because you are doing something that is harmful to you and you don't even realize it. My beloved, stop doing everything and lend your ears to me, because what I am about to tell you now is very crucial for your life. My precious child, I am urgently calling you out here to hear these words because you are doing something that is harmful to you and you don't even realize it. My beloved, stop doing everything and lend your ears to me, because what I am about to tell you now is very crucial for your life. Child, you are walking on a path that appears safe to you. It feels familiar, comfortable even. But it is not the path I have set before you. You are busy, endlessly moving, constantly searching for something more security, more affirmation, more purpose, yet you rarely pause to sit at my feet. You rarely allow yourself to be still enough to hear my whisper. And this is the mistake. You have made your own understanding your compass, and it is leading you into weariness, confusion, and eventually into danger. You trust your plans, your timing, your reasoning more than you trust me. You say you believe, yet your actions show that your trust is divided. You speak of surrender, but you continue to carry burdens that I never asked you to bear. You try to control what only I can control, and the weight is silently crushing your spirit. I see you exhausting yourself in pursuit of things that cannot satisfy. I see you trying to find identity in the applause of men, in your performance, in your status, in your appearance, in what others think of you. But my child, none of these things will anchor your soul. None of these things can hold you in the storm that is coming. Come back to me. Return to your first love. You used to come to me with the simplicity of a child. Now you come only when you are desperate, when all other plans have failed. I miss you. I long to be your first thought in the morning, not your last resort at night. I want you to walk with me, not merely visit me when you're in crisis. There is a deep stillness that I have reserved for those who choose me fully, a peace that the world cannot give, and a joy that no circumstance can shake. But to receive it, you must come away from the noise. You must detach from the endless scrolling, the voices that distract, the patterns that steal your attention from me. You say you want peace, but you feed yourself on anxiety. You say you want clarity, but you spend your hours immersed in confusion. You seek me for moments, but you live most of your days without me. And yet, even in your inconsistency, I wait. I have not turned my face from you. I see your struggle. I know your heart. And I still choose to speak to you. My child, you are allowing fear to lead you. You dress it up as responsibility, as caution, even as wisdom, but it is fear. It is not from me. I have not given you a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. The fear that makes you overthink, that keeps you stuck in indecision, that makes you feel you must earn love or control outcomes. That fear is not my voice. I am not rushing you, but I am calling you with urgency. There is a difference. I am not pressuring you, but I am inviting you deeply. I want you to recognize that the longer you delay your obedience, the more entangled you become. Every delay creates a new chain. Every compromise builds a stronger prison. You say you don't know what to do, but you have not truly sat still long enough to hear what I already whispered. You want clarity, but your heart is divided. You ask me for answers, but your mind is already leaning on its own preferences. My words cannot settle where there is pride, where there is the idol of self-will. Let me refine your desires. Let me purify what you think you need. I am not trying to take away what is good, I am trying to replace it with what is eternal. You chase what is temporary, while what is eternal knocks at your door. Open the door. I am standing at the threshold of your soul, gently knocking, patiently waiting. Not with condemnation, but with deep love. I want to dine with you. I want to dwell with you, not as a guest, but as your very life. My child, the danger is this: you are forgetting me, and not loudly but quietly, not through rebellion but through distraction, and not through hatred but through busyness. You haven't turned away in anger, you've drifted in neglect. You assume that because you believe in me, that is enough. But belief without intimacy is like a tree without roots, it cannot survive the storm. You are in a world that is increasingly turning away from me, and you must be anchored, deeply rooted, unshakably grounded. This cannot happen if you are only giving me your leftover time, your distracted prayers, your partial attention. I do not want just a part of you. I want all of you, because I made all of you. There is something you've been holding on to, something I've asked you to lay down. And though you say you've surrendered it, you have not. It's still hidden in the folds of your heart. It's still influencing your choices. That thing, yes, that one is corrupting the wellspring of your life. You cannot drink clean water from a well that is poisoned at the source. Let it go. It will cost you, yes, it will stretch you. But what I will give you in return will far outweigh what you release. I will not leave you empty, I will fill you with myself. Do not be afraid of the silence. It is in the silence that I often speak the loudest. Do not be afraid of stillness. It is in stillness that you will know I am God. And do not be afraid of surrender. It is only through surrender that you will find the life your soul is aching for. Come away from the crowd. Come away from the noise. Come away from the endless performing, the pretending, the striving. You were not made to impress the world, you were made to know me, to walk with me, to carry my light. My beloved, the days are growing darker. The deception in the world is increasing, and many are falling not because they do not believe in me, but because they are not anchored in me. Do not let that be your story. Build your house on the rock. Let my word be your foundation, not just in speech but in truth. You have a calling, not the kind the world gives, not a title or platform, but a divine purpose shaped in eternity. I knit you together for such a time as this. You are not a mistake, not an afterthought. Every thread of your life matters to me. Even the parts you wish you could erase, I will redeem them. If you bring them to me, I will turn ashes into beauty. You have cried in silence. You have asked questions that never left your lips. I have heard them all. Not one tear has been wasted. Not one moment overlooked. I am near to the brokenhearted. I save those who are crushed in spirit. You are not alone, even when you feel forgotten. But now rise. The time for hiding is over. The time for lukewarm faith is over. The time for compromise is over. I am calling you to walk in holiness, not perfection through your own strength, but surrender to my spirit. I am calling you to walk in love, radical love, forgiving love, unwavering love. I am calling you to be a light in this generation. You cannot do this if your heart is entangled with the world. You must choose. There is no in between. You cannot serve two masters. You cannot say you follow me and still follow what I've asked you to leave. But do not be afraid, child. My grace is sufficient. My power is made perfect in your weakness. You are not too far gone. You are not too broken. You are not too late. You are just one yes away from returning. One moment of surrender can reset your entire life. Let me father you again. Let me walk you through the valleys. Let me be the voice that quiets your fears. I am not asking for your perfection, I am asking for your heart. I want to write my law on it. I want to mold it with my hands. Child, do not delay. Do not harden your heart when you hear my voice. I am speaking now. Today is the day of return. Today is the day of restoration. Today is the day I pour new oil upon you. Let me awaken you. Let me cleanse you. Let me fill you with fire that will not go out. The world will offer you many things, but none can offer you me. And I am the treasure. I am the source. I am the life. I am the resurrection. I am the shepherd who lays down his life. I am the vine who nourishes. I am the door who opens. I am the light in the darkness. I am the God who sees. I am the Father who runs toward you. Have you been sensing this call in your spirit already? My child, the greatest mistake being made in this generation, yes, even among those who say they love me, is that they are attempting to live without my word as their anchor. They read it occasionally, they quote it selectively, but they do not eat it daily. They do not meditate on it as their source of life. And because of this, they are building with fragile materials. They are crafting lives that look sturdy from the outside, but when the wind and the fire come, and they will come, it will not stand. You cannot live by feelings alone. Your heart, though precious to me, is not always a trustworthy guide. It sways with circumstances, it is influenced by culture, and it often clings to comfort. But my word is pure. My word is eternal. My word is sharper than any double-edged sword. It discerns the thoughts and intentions of the heart. It reveals what you cannot see. It separates truth from illusion. There are paths you are walking now, patterns you have adopted, thoughts you have accepted as truth, but they are not from me. They feel right, but they are slowly eroding the foundation of your soul. You do not notice them at first, because they come subtly. There are a little compromise here, a small neglect there, a growing tolerance for what you once rejected. This is how the enemy works, not with a loud assault, but with quiet persuasion. That is why you must remain in my word, not as a religious act, not as a ritual, but as a desperate, daily dependence, like a child who cannot go without food, like lungs that need breath. My word is not simply text, it is spirit and life. It is your weapon, your shield, your instruction, your comfort, your warning, your hope. Without it, you are defenseless against the lies that now flood the world like a rising tide. You cannot see the poison in a beautiful cup unless you have the discernment that only comes from my truth. You cannot recognize a counterfeit if you do not know the original intimately. This is why my word is necessary now more than ever. The hour is late, and the fog of deception is thick. But those who dwell in my word will not be misled. They will walk with clarity even when others stumble in confusion. You are not just in a battle of flesh, you are in a war for truth. The battlefield is not only external, it is your mind, your heart, your decisions. And my word is the lamp to your feet and the light to your path. Without it, you will stumble. Without it, you will follow the crowd thinking it is safe, when it is actually leading you into darkness. My child, listen, there is a cost to neglecting my voice. There is a cost to trusting yourself more than me. There is a cost to borrowing truth from culture instead of anchoring yourself in Scripture. It's that cost may not be immediate, but it is real. Slowly you lose sensitivity to my spirit. You begin to normalize compromise. You start calling things okay that I call sin. You become numb to what breaks my heart. This is how lives are destroyed, not in a moment, but through a slow forgetting of what is holy. Do not forget me, beloved. Not just in your words, but in your habits, in your choices, in your priorities. The Word is not just a book, it is me. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. When you drift from the Word, you drift from me. When you stop listening, you stop following. And if you stop following, you lose the path I designed for your destiny. There are doors you were meant to walk through, battles you were meant to overcome, promises you were meant to receive. But they are unlocked only by obedience, and you cannot obey what you do not know. How will you resist temptation if you do not know my truth? How will you find peace if you do not know my promises? How will you recognize my voice if you never listen to my word? The unknown mistake, child, is this: assuming that because you feel spiritual, you are safe. Assuming that because you are doing good things, you are walking in truth. It is possible to serve me with your hands and yet be distant from me in your heart. It is possible to speak about me and yet not be rooted in me. It is possible to attend my house and never invite me into yours. I am not calling you to strive harder, I am calling you to return deeper. I am not demanding performance, I am desiring intimacy. I am not impressed by religious activity, I am moved by surrender. I want your heart, not just your habits. But when your heart is truly mine, you will run to my word as a lifeline, not as a checklist. The danger you face now is not only what is outside you, it is what is growing quietly within. And the small seeds of apathy, the slow hardening of conscience, the unnoticed acceptance of lies. These things are not neutral, they are enemies of your soul. And without my word actively washing over you, renewing your mind, shaping your desires, you will not see the damage until it is too late. There is a reason the enemy works tirelessly to distract you from my word. He doesn't fear your opinions. He doesn't tremble at your efforts. But he fears my word in your mouth, in your heart, and in your life. Because when you declare my word, darkness trembles. When you believe my word, chains break. When you live my word, heaven is revealed on earth. My child, do not underestimate the season you are in. You are in a moment of great shaking, where all that can be shaken will be shaken. Systems will fall. Ideologies will collapse. What seems stable will prove unstable. But those who build their lives on my word will remain unshaken. They will not panic when the world trembles, because their foundation is not of this world. You may feel overwhelmed. You may feel unqualified. But hear me, I have chosen you for this moment. I have not called you to survive, I have called you to shine. But your light will only remain bright if it is fueled by my truth, not trends, not opinions, not philosophies. Truth. Eternal, unchanging, powerful truth. My word. Let it dwell in you richly. Let it correct you. Let it teach you. Let it comfort you. Let it stir you. Let it be the standard, not your emotions. Let it be the sword you wield, not the one you leave on a shelf. This is how you live in the fire and not be consumed. This is how you walk through storms and not drown. This is how you hear my voice above every other. I am not silent, child, I am speaking. But many do not hear because they are tuned to the wrong frequency. My voice is clear in my word. My will is revealed in my word. My heart is poured out in my word. If you neglect it, you will miss me even while claiming to follow me. Return, my beloved. Return to your first love. Return to the secret place. Return to my word. Let it become your daily bread again. Let it reshape how you see, how you think, how you live. You do not need more opinions, you need my truth. You do not need more entertainment, you need my presence. You do not need more affirmation from man, you need the unshakable approval that comes from me alone. Let me awaken your hunger again. Let me reignite your thirst. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they shall be filled. I long to fill you, but I cannot fill a heart that is already full of the world. Make room for me. Empty yourself of what doesn't satisfy, and I will pour living water into every dry place. You are not created to blend in with this world. You are not made to echo its patterns. You are my royal priesthood, a chosen generation, set apart to proclaim my praises. But you can only live set apart if you are saturated in my word. Without it, the world will shape you. With it, you will shape the world. Do not wait for another crisis to turn to me. Do not wait until you are desperate to open my word. Come now. Come while your heart still stirs. Come while you can still hear. There may come a time when the noise grows so loud that many will no longer discern my voice. But those who have trained their ears through my word will walk in light while others stumble in the dark. My child, I love you too much to stay silent. I love you too much to let you drift. That restlessness you feel, that stirring in your spirit, that holy discomfort, it is me awakening you, calling you back, not to rules, but to relationship. Not to religion, but to revelation. I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. My word does not change with culture, and neither should you. Let this be the hour you return to me fully. Let this be the moment you recommit to my word. Let this be the day you say, "Speak, Lord, your servant is listening." And I will speak. I will guide. I will protect. I will fill. I will restore. I am with you. I have not left you. I am ready to reveal more of myself to you than you've ever known. But you must come. You must choose. You must draw near. I am waiting, and I love you more than you can comprehend. Amen.